Hey, Tony guys are here, just popping in. Now, it's a little late over here in Europe. Me and my son went to the Liverpool versus Manchester somebody game. Can't remember which Manchester it was now. But um y'all sent me the video, the young man, the actor, which, I know him, Christian Keys, where he was talking about a powerful man in Hollywood was making, I don't know, attempts or saying stuff, propositions and things of that nature. And that right there just really goes to show, how things get out here. When you think about it, you get to see where that lust will take you. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all about. When you get into them nasty movies and you start to watch that stuff and you start to indulge, that these men and women start to feed a spirit. And when they start to feed that spirit, see, lust cannot be quenched. So that lust, it start to get stronger. It's like feeding a little monster, and they feed that monster and it start to want to eat more and eat more and eat more. And then one thing lead to the other, and don't nothing be good enough. So the next thing, it'll go from just want to have a little conversation, or just want to, they watching that, then go to want to have them a conversation, then want to go to, pay somebody, then want to go to get physical with somebody they know, and one thing leads to the other. And that is the perversion. And that's what I want you to realize and understand, that we are living in a time, in a society, that is being turned over to a reprobate mind. And people are losing their mind. They're losing their wits, their sights about them. And I just, my heart go out to the men and women who going through this stuff at the hands of these wealthy people. And God bless them. None of us know what we would do until we in that situation, because it's easy to be on the outside looking in and say, oh, I do this, I do that, I do this, and I'm trying to really empathize and feel, what they feeling, like Christian Keys and Cassie, try to feel what they feeling, because on the surface level, from the outside looking in, you kind of, and me as a man, I'm thinking like, man, I wish somebody would try me so I could get me a check. But in the reality of it, or what they going through, it's a real deal. It's real, and that's the disconnect. Because and there's just me being transparent, and I say that just because I'm a man, and I'm a fully grown man. So if a man try me physically, he gonna have a long day at the office and liable to lose his life if he physically made a move. But what Christian was saying is the man was propositioning him verbally. He ain't necessarily try to physically make no move, so he didn't have to put hands on him. But man, and I know the words coming out somebody's mouth, that probably will stun you. You probably be shocked, because I done got some DMs like that. But it's different when people send a DM, because you just could ignore it. You ain't got to say nothing. And then they ain't got no money. Nah, if they had some money, I probably screenshot that thing and send it right to the gossip blog. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to the gossip blog, send me a little check. But this thing getting real out here. It's getting real out here. And what I want to say to the men who watch this, men and women, because Christian said in his video, it was a actress that was around there on the set getting her handful. Now she actually physically got her handful of him, of his areas, members, and said she got her handful on a few occasions. And now he say he kind of like checked her or what have you, but she not gonna come out and say, nah, you didn't, because then she'll be telling on herself. So all people could do is speculate and try to look at all his castmates on all his projects and try to guess which one of them look like they'll grab them a handful of angling on the set. But it's really, and I done had that happen too, you know, growing up. I think that happened to me in middle school or high school. And that was the first time I said a curse word, called a young lady a B. And it was my homeboy's cousin. And she was a tomboy too. So I'm like, what in the world are you grabbing angling and look like you like women? But she was, because she's very masculine. But we're out there a handful. And I was like, you B? I was probably in 6th grade. But, and stuff like that happened as an adult too. And I'm going to tell y'all women, y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to stop doing that. You need to respect men's body the same way you want a man to respect your body. And that's what Christian was saying, you know, in his video. He was saying, like, if he did that to a woman, his career would have been over. And that's the truth. And so this thing got to go both ways. And what you got to realize, it's not about male or female. It's a spirit. This is a spirit. And that spirit of promiscuity, of perversion, of lust, of lasciviousness, these spirits will inhabit anybody that's a willing participant. Anybody that's going to carry that spirit going to operate in them and through them. And the goal of that spirit is to disrupt and to destroy and to derail. So even the brother, he was on the video, he prayed, but then in the next sentence was cussing like a sailor. And that's what that spirit will do. That spirit want to disturb you. It want to disrupt you. It want to get you into a place to where you unsettled or you angry, because God can't really do nothing when we angry. God don't move and operate from our anger. He don't move and operate from when we in certain states of mind, and that's the goal of that spirit, to conquer you. And that's what we have to be mindful of, because see, that spirit don't want us to have clarity. It don't want us to have strength. It don't want us to have fortitude. That spirit comes to steal, kill, and destroy, like all of the adversaries' spirits that is being used. And what you got to realize is, we are spirit already having a human experience, and so then we are embattled with evil spirits, but we can be inhabited by the Holy Spirit, which will conquer and cancel out the evil spirits. So every day is a daily battle. And although we see this happening with like Cassie, you know, who is a singer, you know, an artist with millions of supporters, and then you got, you know, the actors like Christian Keys and the other people, although they in the industry, this same spirit can attack you right on your job, just to destroy and to disrupt the purpose that you have with you and your children. And this spirit could be used by your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, your ex-husband or wife. You could go to deal with somebody who you used to deal with, and they could be trying to exploit you through, you know, blackmail with pictures they have of you, or if they physically stronger than you, they could be with you in an area and force themselves on you. But because they done already had you consensually, you may feel ignorant or weak or unjustified to come out and say something. But you have to realize is you got to confront that spirit. And I was sitting there, I was talking to my wife, and at first I wasn't really processing fully the depths of the spirit that's out here promiscuous and sliding around. And I was like, man, I wish somebody would try me, boy, so I get me a old check, boy, sit me down. But then I thought about it. I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I could be in Hollywood, and this man or woman tell me to come on out to dinner and put something in my drink. And instead of it being, hey, get naked for $100K, like what Christian said happened to him, it could be Rick Ross you. Like Rick Ross lost his Reebok deal when he said something put Rufal in a thing and she ain't even know it. It could be something like that. And my son over there with the lyrics, boy, hey, get some of that gospel music, boy. And it could be something like that, and next thing you know, over there seeing stars, and that right there happened. And I coached an actress who told me that happened. Uh-oh. Yeah, that just hit me right there. Now, I don't know if this who Christian talking about, but it's somebody else out there that's real big. Boy, look here. Whew. I forgot all about that. That somebody told me about. Yeah, man, listen, it's real out here. But the thing about it is, the reason why I talk about these things, because the way the devil works is he sent a different devil for every level. What I mean is, yes, it's happening on the Hollywood billionaire, multi-millionaire, but your purpose, listen, I'm in Europe. My son a Christian. We still praying for him and trying to get this secular music out of his life and making sure that ain't affecting his personality and mind and all of that. So we still praying for him. But imagine if my son come over here to Europe and he start playing soccer. Even if he don't make it, even if he just get to the lowest pro level, even if he lasted 1 year, but then even if he went back to the States to just be a soccer coach, and he blessing those players' lives with a representation of Jesus Christ, like being a Christian, he blessing their life and he ministering to their life. And the older you get, the more mature you get, hopefully. And so the influences that the music or whatever I have when you 13, 16, 18 is not going to be the same at 35 and 40. So you're going to be able to be more effective in your purpose. But see, the goal of the adversary is to disrupt that. Because see, if you could impact one life, if you could impact your son or your daughter, your niece or your nephew, your male or female student, if you could impact one life, and that one life could reach 10 million people. So the adversary will use these demonic spirits to disrupt and derail and distract you on your level. So that's why I be talking about this, because this ain't just celebrity issues, because your boss you work with could do this to you. And then you go home a shell of yourself for your children, your ex, your next, your friend husband, your friend wife, your best friend. You're in the fridge right there. Your best friend, your ex-friend, your next friend. This could happen to anybody. So listen, think about this here. Get this in your spirit now. Be mindful, be watchful, be prayerful. And another thing, know you can't believe everything that you see. And what just hit me, and man, this might come out one day. This young lady, she ain't tell her story, but this another mega, multi-millionaire Hollywood person that require, if you want to be in a movie, you got to come off sun. And this ain't a director or a producer. This somebody on the screen. And see, me, it ain't my story to tell. Had it been me, I'm telling the story. Try me you want to. I'm telling the story. I'm gonna be on the 5 o'clock news the same day. But I can't say that either because none of us know until we go through it. So we all say what we'll do when we not in it. And that's why we have to have grace and understanding when your cousin come to you about their story. And it's 10 years later, 15 years later, 30 years later, when your niece, when your nephew, your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, we can't go and be like, why you waiting till now? Because we don't know what they went through in the dark that whole time. And what we judging could mess around and be us. So now just because I done put this out there, I ain't letting nobody give me nothing to drink. And if I got to get up and go to the bathroom, order a new drink when I get back. Because you got to be mindful and diligent out here now. But hey, this Tony, guys, and God bless you. Keep me and my family in prayers, praying for you and yours. God bless you. We'll talk soon.